And it looked like Caitlin Clark just gifted her entire team her signature merch, but it wasn't just the team. Every fan that shows up to Gamebridge tonight will get the first release of Caitlin Clark's signature merchandise. About the Indiana Fever not showing love to Caitlin Clark, because to me, it took too long. Well, guess what, guys? Now we all know why it took.
The basketball world just witnessed the most beautiful meltdown in WNBA history, served with a heavy dose of jealousy and a side of pure desperation. Caitlin Clark's brand new Nike signature logo just dropped, and the global reaction has been nothing short of explosive. Meanwhile, Angel Reese is somewhere in Chicago, staring at her phone in disbelief, watching the very woman she's desperate to compete with shatter every marketing record in women's basketball.
The entire, Gamebridge. Gamebridge is now a Caitlin Clark thing. There's now a whole Caitlin Clark thing outside of Gamebridge stuff. I expect shirts on every single seat once her apparel is out. I don't know. I don't know what they'll do. I would hope they do something, but I have no idea. That cost.
Nike didn't just give Caitlin Clark a logo. They gave her a phenomenon. The interlocking double C design is everywhere, plastered on billboards, flooding social media feeds, and selling out faster than tickets to Beyoncé's world tour. This isn't just merchandise. It's cultural domination. And while Clark cements herself as the undisputed queen of basketball marketing, Angel Reese is probably sitting in her apartment Googling, how to make people care about my Reebok shoes?
I've been telling y'all to stay patient. I've been telling y'all that Nike takes their time, that A'ja Wilson's shoe deal was 2 years in the making, that Paige Beckers had PEs, not her own signature shoe, and that Caitlin Clark's was 100% coming. And people kept saying, oh, Nike fumbled the bag with Caitlin. It has to get out there. Nike fumbled the bag. No, they didn't. It takes time. She's got to develop a whole freaking product line. But they just announced, breaking news right now, we have a logo. That is the official Caitlin Clark Nike logo. And it's not just that. I mean, this is cool. Nike has just announced that a signature product line will be dropping soon with signature shoes coming.
Nike just made it official. Caitlin Clark isn't just an athlete. She's a signature athlete. Her new logo, featuring 2 interlocking C's with a hidden third, isn't just sleek design, it's symbolism. It represents her magnetic bond with fans, her unstoppable confidence, her relentless drive, and of course, that unmatched shooting range. Nike isn't stopping at a logo either. They're rolling out an entire signature collection. Shirts, hoodies, pants, premium gear, the whole package. And it all drops October 1st.
It was really unique, I think it's very creative for Caitlin Clark to come up with something like this. And I just enjoy all of it, it's like aura.
We love it! It's simple, yet it speaks a lot.
I love it so much.
I'm a big fan of it.
The numbers don't lie, and they're absolutely brutal for anyone daring to compete with the Caitlin Clark machine. Her $28 million, 8-year Nike deal isn't just the richest contract in women's basketball history. It's a declaration. We own this sport now. Every drop of Clark merch vanishes like it's spun from gold. Her jerseys don't just sell, they spark stampedes. Fans camp outside stores, crash websites from refreshing too much, and drop premium prices at rival luxury car dealers.
How do we have an Angel Reese shoe before a Caitlin Clark shoe? It's almost like Nike forgot about Caitlin Clark and just moved on to Juju, because they announced stuff about her signature shoe coming out in March with details of colorway, style, price, the whole 9 yards. And all they've done with Caitlin Clark is give her a colorway in the Kobe shoes and just calling them the Caitlin Clark Kobe's. But even just that, they sold out in less than a minute. And don't get me wrong, I'm happy for Angel Reese. She got her signature shoe and was featured on the 2K26 cover with the signature shoes on, but I'm just
But here's where it gets delicious. Angel Reese, sitting in her Chicago Sky uniform, watching all this unfold like she's outside a 5-star restaurant, able to look in but never eat. Her big Reebok deal? Oh, sweet Angel thought she was making moves. With Shaquille O'Neal pulling the strings, she locked in the contract and even secured the promise of her own signature shoe line. At the time, it felt like a win. Now, it looks more like a participation trophy compared to Clark's empire.
that it was announced that Angel Reese will release her first ever signature sneaker with Reebok on September 18th. So it says the Angel Reese 1 Diamond Dust, made for the spotlight, available on 9/18. And as you can see here, it looks like there's 2 colorways that are going to be released, an all white colorway and a pink colorway. I love that all of the girls are releasing pink shoes. Like Asia has a pink shoe, Sabrina has a pink shoe. But this is big news for Angel, and I know that we've been talking about the rookies and their signature shoes, and everyone has been waiting on Kate.
If you're enjoying this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Angel Reese really believed her signature shoe in 2026 would revolutionize the game. That was supposed to be her moment, until Caitlin Clark showed the world what real star power looks like. Reese is now learning the hard truth. A headline in a Nike press release outweighs a footnote in a Reebok promo every single time that Clark's Nike logo collection drops October 1st, and her first signature shoe is set for 2026, exactly the same timeline as Reese's Reebok shoe. The difference? When Clark makes an announcement, the internet breaks. When Reese makes an announcement, people scroll past like it's a random ad for discount car insurance.
Angel Reese first signature shoe is set to release. It's set to release. Now, it's not a bad shoe. This is my only problem with it. The colorway. Like, I just feel like they could have had a little more fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Especially being that it's for the All-Star game. Like, why do a basic white shoe? Man, you could have did so much more to make this shoe pop. And y'all just like, nah, we just gonna do a regular white shoe.
Let's look at the evidence, shall we? Caitlin Clark's jersey sales didn't just break records. They ranked second in all of basketball. And yes, that includes the NBA. She's outselling LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and Anthony Edwards. Her draft pick jersey, the fastest selling in any sport, gone within an hour. Meanwhile, Angel Reese's merchandise, let's just say, if you wanted some, you wouldn't have to worry about it being sold out anytime soon. Nike calls Clark's logo emblematic of her ever-expanding range on the court. But that range has gone far beyond basketball. She's in a different universe, rewriting what it means to be a superstar athlete in the modern era. Her logo isn't just a design, it's a declaration of dominance. And now, every other player in the league has to live with seeing it plastered everywhere they look.
Caitlin Clark is simply the talk of the internet today. Her and Taylor Swift broke the damn internet. Yes, bro. And for all the people that was hitting me up about Caitlin Clark's signature logo, somebody said it looked like Chanel. I said it looked like Gucci. But whatever it is a luxury sports brand. I can't think of very many luxury sports brands. Guys, yeah, do you like, I'm a fashion guy. And I understand what Nike is doing. Nike is trying to get into the luxury brand style, the luxury department style, almost a little bit getting out of
Angel Reese, meanwhile, is out here trying to convince people that her little AR Halo logo is revolutionary. Sweetie, the only thing that's going to need a halo is your career if you keep trying to compete with Clark on star power. You can throw halos on every piece of branding you've got, but even heaven couldn't lift your merchandise sales to Caitlin Clark's level. Because here's the reality. Nike isn't just selling Clark gear in the U.S. They're pushing it worldwide. Her brand transcends borders, languages, and cultures. Fans in Europe, Asia, South America, they're buying Caitlin Clark gear not because they have to, but because they want to be connected to greatness. That's the kind of magnetic pull Nike drops $28 million for. And it's exactly what Angel Reese doesn't have. And let's be real, the jealousy is impossible to miss. Every time Clark achieves something new, Angel mysteriously finds a way to insert herself into the narrative. She dodges questions about Caitlin, gives reporters two-word answers, and acts like acknowledging Clark's success would somehow erase her own. That's not confidence. That's envy. Raw, unfiltered envy, dressed up in designer clothes.
She seeks that attention, right? And another thing is, it's obvious she's jealous of Caitlin. Every interview, every tweet, everything is about Caitlin. I haven't yet to see Caitlin even respond to her yet. Have y'all?
No.
So when you asking me like, yo, I get it, everybody's watching women's basketball now, who's the real reason? Well, yes, you are right. Reese has a small amount of that, right? But the other real credit goes to Caitlin. Not just because what she's doing outside the court and she's waving her hand and all that. It's because she's giving buckets in basketball, right? And she looks like Steph Curry. And that's simple.
The business implications are staggering. Nike's investment in Caitlin Clark is already paying off in ways that must have Reebok executives questioning their life choices. Clark's merchandise doesn't just sell. It creates cultural moments. When she showed up to practice in her new logo pants, it became a headline. When her All-Star jerseys dropped in July 2024, they sold out in 15 minutes flat. That's not commerce that event-level marketing money can't buy. Angel Reese's Reebok partnership, by comparison, looks like a participation trophy. Yes, she's slated to get her own shoe in 2026. But who's buying it? 3 colorways with names like Diamond Dust and Me Bounds? How adorable. It's like trying to compete with Ferrari by souping up a go-kart. That Clark's Nike deal comes with everything Reese's Reebok contract can't touch. An entire signature collection, a globally pushed logo, and a marketing machine that treats her like the transcendent athlete she is. Reebok, meanwhile, is clinging to Angel Reese as their lifeline to basketball relevance. And it's not working.
People are selling the new Caitlin Clark Kobe's for double, sometimes more than double what they actually paid for them. So it's been estimated there's about 13,000 of these shoes that were released from Nike, and literally within minutes, all sold out for about $190 a piece. People knew these were going to be hot, so resellers were picking them up on the cheap and now doubling and sometimes tripling their profits on a place like eBay. So if you were lucky enough to get a pair of these, put them up on eBay, you're going to sell them for around $350, $400 minimum, depending on the size. And that's just kind of the way it works right now with anything Caitlin Clark related. The stuff is really hot. Watch for Caitlin Clark stuff because it sells off the shelves, especially on eBay.
The timing of Clark's logo reveal couldn't be more brutal for Angel Reese. As the WNBA season winds down and fans reflect on the year, Nike drops a bombshell that reminds everyone who really moved the needle in women's basketball. Clark isn't even on the court right now, yet she's generating more buzz than Angel managed in her entire rookie season. And here's what really stings. Caitlin Clark is proving that true star power transcends the game itself. She doesn't have to play a single minute to dominate every conversation. Meanwhile, Angel Reese is probably scrolling through her phone, watching Caitlin Clark content flood her timeline, and asking herself the hardest question of all: how is someone who isn't even playing still living the life I thought was supposed to be mine?
Caitlin Clark can't have anything without some negativity. Sports Illustrated posted this, but I actually read the article. It's just hater. He used random people's opinions on X and Twitter. Fans don't like her logo. No, you don't like the logo. You just found some random people that agree with your opinion. This is called confirmation bias. I can't stand people like that. What they do is they find anybody who confirms their bias. So what they do Google searches and things like that instead of just being objective. No, I think most people like the logo.
The global expansion of Caitlin Clark's brand through Nike is something Angel Reese simply cannot compete with at Reebok. Nike has the infrastructure, the marketing muscle, and the worldwide reach to make Clark a household name in countries where people don't even know what the WNBA is. Reebok, Shaquille O'Neal or not, is decades behind, playing catch-up in a race they've already lost. Clark dropped her logo collection first, reminded the world who the real superstar is, and completely overshadowed whatever Reebok thought they were building with Angel. The market has spoken, and it's saying one name loud and clear: Caitlin Clark. Every jersey sold, every logo reveal, every piece of merch flying off the shelves isn't just revenue. It's a vote of confidence in Clark, and a reminder to everyone else that there are levels to this game.
If you are hoping to get your hands on the Caitlin Clark version of Nike's Kobe Bryant sneaker, you're out of luck. They are out of stock. The WNBA star teamed up with Nike for a player edition of the Kobe 5 Pro Tro, decked out in Indiana Fever colors. You see them on your screen. They dropped at 10 a.m. Monday, and they sold out before 11 a.m. In fact, in just minutes. The $190 kicks are already showing up on the secondary market at close to double the retail price.
Caitlin Clark's new Kobe Bryant 5 sneaker sells out online in minutes. There hasn't been this much calamity over a white woman's shoe since Cinderella and the glass slipper.
Angel Reese might have her Halo logo,
but Caitlin Clark
has something far more valuable.
Organic fan devotion
Genuine
that
organic fan devotion that translates into cold,
the global
hard
reach
cash.
of Clark's Nike
The
partnership
global reach
is
of
something
Clark's
Angel Reese
Nike
can only
partnership
dream about.
is something
Nike
Reese
isn't just selling
can only
Caitlin Clark
dream
merchandise
of.
in the United States.
Nike isn't just selling
They're pushing
Clark
it
gear in the
internationally.
U.S. They're pushing
This is
across
a woman
the
whose
globe.
brand transcends
Fans
borders,
in Europe,
languages,
Asia,
and
South
cultures.
America,
Basketball
even
fans
Africa
in Europe,
are buying
Asia,
Caitlin
South
Clark
America,
merchandise,
Africa.
not
They are
because
buying
they have
Caitlin
to,
Clark gear,
but because
not
they
because
want to
they
be
have
associated
to,
with greatness.
but because they want to be
That's the
associated
kind of
with
magnetic
greatness.
pull Nike
That's the kind of
pays
magnetic pull
$28
Nike
million
pays
for.
$28 million for.
And it's exactly
And
what
it's exactly
Angel
what
Reese doesn't have.
doesn't have.
While Reese scrolls
So while
through
Angel
social
Reese
media
sits there,
watching Clark's
probably
Nike logo
scrolling
go
through
viral
social media,
worldwide,
watching Caitlin
she's
Clark's
learning
Nike
a brutal
logo
truth.
go viral across the
Real
globe.
star power
She's
isn't about
learning
the
a hard
shoes you wear or
lesson
the
about
logos
what
you
real star
design.
power looks
It's
like.
about the connection
It's
you
not
build
about the
with
shoes
fans,
you wear or the
records
logos you
shatter,
design.
and the way
It's
you
about the
elevate
connection
everyone
you make
around
with
you.
fans, the records
Caitlin
you break,
Clark
and the way
does
you
all
elevate
of that
everyone around you.
effortlessly.